Fitness is literally the best vehicle for you to understand your potential as an individual.
From a personal perspective, my journey with fitness is it's relatively new, but it's been life changing. What's up, playa?
I got my start in fitness when I was like 15, 16. I kind of just super insecure about how I looked, and I was just unconfident. I couldn't talk to girls, and every little boy, it stems from wanting to become a man. So I started hitting the weights completely out of self-inadequacy. It's been 7 years now. First couple of years, man, I really didn't have any idea what I was doing. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, kind of learned along the way, and failed a lot.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people, when they think of the gym, like from my personal perspective, when they think of it, they see it as a place where you're gonna go there and your whole point is to just work out, build muscles. And I like to argue that the gym itself actually has it's multifaceted. It's got a lot of different things you can do there aside from just building muscles. You know, Ultimately, for a lot of people, they will go down that route of muscle building or just physical enhancement in general. But I think it's important, right?
Well, most young dudes just want to get jacked and shredded. I think one of the major things I shifted myself from was from this like all bro-y type gym mentality to realizing you mature out of it. So one of the key transformations that you make when going to the gym, and some guys are in their 20s, 30s, 40s and still are like trained like gym bros, and they don't mature in this sense.
Yeah.
But one of the most important transformations you make is it's a whole mindset shift. Going to the gym is just lifting weights, right? But you start to realize it's a vehicle to develop your maturity as a person. And you start to see that it's like you start at the bottom, right? You compare yourself to the guy who's also at the bottom, but just slightly better than you. But then you get to mid-tier. Now you start to compare yourself to the guy who's mid-tier, but a little bit better than you. And you finally say for example, say you're the number 3 physique competitor bodybuilding in the world. You're not good enough. There's number 1, number 2, and number 1.
Yeah.
Right? So it teaches you in the sense of like chasing validation through being the best, or like chasing these outcomes will never fulfill you. And the quicker you realize that, the more time you have left in your life to be happy. Otherwise you're just gonna, I'm not saying don't chase goals, but like if you don't make this realization, you're just gonna run around life in circles and always end up back in the same spot, because you're looking for fulfillment. And whether that's through fitness or through business or whatever, you find success, right? I'm not denying the achievement or that saying that you shouldn't chase goals, but you find it, but your state of mind hasn't changed. You haven't matured.
Yeah.
And so that's the key thing about maturity that fitness teaches you. Fitness is literally the best vehicle for you to understand your potential as an individual, as a human being, whether that's in business, in relationships, with family, with friends, in every area of your life. Fitness, what it does is that it's a tangible discipline, because you enter fitness and you start to see progress in your body. You start looking better. You start being able to do a bunch of like cool ass exercises and be super athletic that you never could used to be able to do. And once you see yourself realizing the potential that you are capable of, you see that physically, you start to realize, it starts to open your mind, and you're like, holy shit, it's like, if I can evolve and transform myself in this way physically, then it's like, what about business? What about my relationships? What about everything else, right? You start to see, your mind starts to open to the possibility and the potential of what you could become. And fitness, this is why fitness is the first doorway into everything else in life.
Exactly. And I think from a personal perspective, my journey with fitness is it's relatively new, but it's been life changing. Prior to working out, going to the gym, I built whatever barriers I could to not go to the gym. I was shy. I was scared of being judged. I had a lot of insecurities going to the gym.
Yeah,
But
same.
until I really did, I did it out of, I realized I could have started this sooner. I could have started taking care of my body a lot earlier. Um, what I realized as soon as I went to the gym was there's countless of other people that are always going to be better than you physically looking, but there are also countless of other people that are worse than you, and they keep their head down, and they're working out, doing exactly what you wanted to do this whole time, is to just better improve yourself. So the moment I started working out on my own, what I realized was, I was building a lot of barriers for myself, that prohibited me from gaining growth in my life. When you do go to the gym, you'll realize that there's a lot of people that are on the same boat that you were on, right? It's just they saw past that and decided to give it a try and decided that this was good for them. So I think, like Cyrus mentioned, there's a lot of benefits to going to the gym, and I like to think that, for a lot of people out there, there's a lot of things that prohibits them from going there, and a lot of it is internalized. I think it's good to push past that fear and give everything a try. And it's not that intimidating as you think. And even if it is, remember, you can always filter out things that you don't like, but you should always give yourself a chance for growth, I think.
Yeah, and I'll end off with this. Most people can't stay consistent to the gym because they simply do not have a deep enough reason. Like, most people think, I'm going to the gym because I want to lose weight, I want to get shredded, I want to get jacked. It's not a big enough reason. I mean, if your pain is big enough, yeah, it's a big enough reason. But when you finally get jacked and you find you're still not happy, then that just means it's a symptom of a deeper problem. And so with fitness, I think you have to see the big scale of things here. It's that this is something you do that transforms every other area of your life. And if you can see it that way, rather than just something you do to attain bigger biceps, or once you see how fitness is the doorway into holistically transforming every area of your life, then it stops becoming a chore. Mm-hmm. Instead, you start to love it because you're like, fuck, I love this shit. Exactly. Yeah. And so, yeah, we'll end off there.
Break through your fear, man. Give everything a try.
Yeah. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more of our beautiful faces, you can hit the subscribe. Other than that, enjoy your life, make it a good one. And
see you at the gym.
See you at the gym. I swear to God, if it says not recording,
it's okay, I recorded it.